On our previous episode, we added a new piece of equipment to the fleet and spent time fixing and preparing it for the field. After finally getting it working, we were able to start spraying, but not everything went as planned.
That's not good. Oh, these beans were just fried. If my sprayer did have the wrong chemical in it, I totally just killed my entire crop of 12 million soybeans.
All that and more on this episode of Suits to Boots.
Well, good news is we have little baby soybeans coming up, and it's pretty cool. Soybeans, the bean actually comes up. So that's this thing with these brown marks on it. It's actually the seed, the bean that I planted. It comes up, and then it feeds the plant, and then it splits into two leaves. Then it will split again, and then it'll split again. It'll just keep splitting until it grows into a large plant. So good news is we have soybeans. They're growing. Bad news is we have a ton of weeds. They got out of hand. From what I'm told, this is shepherd's purse, so it's all winter seeds that they would have seeded last fall, and then over the winter they were dormant, and as soon as spring came they went crazy, and I couldn't find a sprayer, so they got out of hand. So I got a sprayer, and that's what we're doing today, is going around and getting control of the weeds. So hopefully it's not too late. I know some of you are gonna freak out with how many weeds I've let grow in here, but it is what it is. Okay, so we bought a sprayer, and it came with foam markers, but they don't work. I don't have GPS. I tried to fix the foam markers. They still didn't work. Basically, there's a leak in one of the plastic lines, and so there's not building up pressure to make the foam. And these foam markers give me nice lines to like make sure that I'm not double spraying a row, right? So I kind of can line my sprayer up on those foam marker lines that it leads. Without foam markers, I have no lines. The other option would be GPS. I don't have a GPS. So third option, every time I get to the end of a row, I stick a flag in the ground to show where I just passed, so that when I turn around, I line up on that row. Then I'm using the old corn stalks you can see here in between the rows of soybeans. I'm using these old corn stalk lines as my guide once I'm lined up. So I'll go ahead and place a marker, and then we will turn the tractor around and continue to spray. You can see I placed that marker right where I just finished this last pass. So now when I turn around, I'm gonna overlap about 1 foot to 2 feet and head in the other direction. When I get to the other side, I'll place the marker again where I just passed, turn around, and I just have to do that on each and every pass. So here we go. Okay, so now you can see now when I pass, I'm going to be over basically like 2 feet, so I'm making sure to get full coverage. And now I'll just drop it back down, and we will flip the sprayer on and start going. And now I'm just using the old corn row, the old stalks. Now that I'm lined up, I just use that as my guide, so I don't run over the soybeans, and then I keep a nice straight path. I do have to try to maintain about 6 miles an hour. I have a little monitor here that tells me like my gallons per minute, how many I'm spraying, and that changes based on my speed. The faster I go, the more gallons per minute. So there's a smart computer in here that calculates how much there needs to be going out at a time. All right, now we gotta go. I'm gonna go grab the other flag, and I'm trying to stay out of the area that I already sprayed because I don't want to get chemicals on my legs. And now I got to put a flag on the other side, so when I turn around I know where to line up. Right about here. So when I turn around, I'm going to overlap that a couple feet, and I should be okay.
We must be halfway through because I'm doing 2 850-gallon tanks, and I just ran out of the first 850, so I'm filling up again. I gotta fill up with a garden hose because it's all I've got. So it's gonna take a little time to finish filling that up. So we need to fill it halfway, 425 gallons roughly, and then fill the other 400, or then put our chemicals in and then add the other 425 gallons of water. So in the meantime, let's go run and check our very first field that we sprayed this morning and just see if any of the weeds are starting to wilt, because I was told that it should happen pretty quick, especially on a hotter day. So let's go run and check that out. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, look at these. They're already curling over. Look at all these starting to curl. Oh, That's not a soybean, is it? No, that's a weed. Okay, that scared me for a second. I think these are starting to drop down. These are those shepherd's purse. I think these are soybeans, but I just ran over those, unfortunately, and they broke. Some of them broke. Hopefully the rest of them will come back. All these soybeans have like white where I sprayed. That's not good. That's not good, I don't think. I wonder if I should call my seed guy and just ask him before I spray the rest. I'm about halfway done and I'm filling up for the second time, but I went to check on the first field that I sprayed this morning. And all the soybeans have little white spots on them now where the spray must have hit them. Is that normal?
I guess there's two ways to look at it. If there was nothing in the sprayer from when you got it, it's fine because they're oil-based products.
Okay.
So it can speckle the leaves as long as the new growth looks healthy.
Got it.
It's just fine.
Yep,
so.
It'll be good. Thanks, Bobby.
Right.
Okay, see ya.
Welcome.
Bye. I guess it's normal, so. The only thing he said is because I got this sprayer used, if it had some other chemical in it that those soybeans were not supposed to have on them, maybe it's doing it because of that reason. I don't know. If that's the case, if my sprayer did have the wrong chemical in it, I totally just killed my entire crop of 12 million soybeans and it will ruin the whole growing season. So hopefully that's not the case. Yeah, look, I busted it right off. I hit the fence and it's supposed to look like this. And I broke it right there and snapped it off. But they weren't working anyway because I found a leak in one of the lines underneath and I don't have that kind of line to replace it. There's like a hard plastic line. So before we spray the second time this year, later this year, I'm gonna have to get all that stuff fixed. Nope, we're at about 300 gallons. So each one of these is 50 gallons. We need to get to probably another 100 gallons and then we can add the chemical, then finish filling. Okay, so now we gotta kind of start to pull out all the chemicals. I don't like the idea of pouring chemicals, but I don't have a choice this year. I don't have any other equipment to till and the weeds they got out of hand. So for this year, this is what I'm doing. It's possible that next year I'd look at doing more organic methods. I wouldn't be organic because I think you have to not spray for a certain number of years before they'll certify you organic. But I could start that process and use different equipment to get rid of the weeds rather than chemicals, which I like that idea a lot better. I just don't know anything about it. And like I said, the weeds are beyond what I can deal with right now. So this is the only option we got. Okay, now it's just one bottle of this stuff at a time. I don't have a big fuel tank to fill the tractor. I have 2 fuel tanks, but they're stuck on my trailer because I don't have a skid loader to lift them off my trailer. Until I rent one day, I can't get them off the trailer and fill them with fuel. So for now, I have a 40-gallon big auxiliary tank in the back of the truck for diesel. So I just use that and this siphon. There we go. There's my fuel tanks. So I have 2, but they're stuck on the trailer till I can get a skid loader to take them off. Come on. I'm pulling out of it very fast. Much better. Now I know why farmers are so dirty and smelly all the time. That should be good for the rest of today. We should be able to finish. So I need to go to 850, but there was already 100 in there when I started, so we're gonna go to 950. So we've got like 500 gallons left to fill. It's gonna take a while.
Eventually, we had the additional 500 gallons filled and we were back in the field. Unfortunately, about 20 minutes into our second batch of spraying, we were done for the day. I had turned the tractor too sharp, and the 3-point hitch arm clipped a plastic elbow on the sprayer pump, breaking it and sending a geyser of chemicals into the air and all over the back of the tractor. To fix it, I needed new parts, and unfortunately, there was no way we were going to get it fixed in time to beat the rain. So we put the sprayer away for the day, packed up the family, and headed out on a countryside adventure. But this time, we may have been dished out more than we can handle.
Oh gosh.
Okay, hold on. Oh, wow.
He's got a lot of blood.
We
Okay.
found a boat,
Okay, yeah.
and we're gonna go get it. It's halfway sticking out, and so we're gonna try to winch it out with the truck.
How big does it appear?
I don't know. It's halfway
That's
in the
not a good
water.
question. I'm trying to think of a question. Who are these kids with us?
Oh my God. How long do I think it's been there?
Yeah.
I bet in the last flood, it got swept off somebody's property and it just got tumbled and buried because it's sticking out of the water up and down. So there's a deer.
Oh yeah, I see his white bushy tail. So how do we think we're gonna get it out? Like, what are we doing here?
Well, I've got a really powerful winch on the front of the truck with a wireless remote control, and so we're gonna go down in the water, hook up the winch, see if we can winch her out of there. So here we are. There it is, right there. So we're gonna get the front of.
Oh gosh.
Okay, hold on.
Oh golly, that was on video.
Okay, yeah, there's a big ravine right there. I didn't notice. Hey.
Chris are like, should we just get out and
Hey,
look at the
no,
ground?
Just gonna say, I'll look around.
Yeah.
I was higher up than all of you.
Okay, it looks pretty good, except for right where we are. Just kidding. Right there, there's just a little ravine. I just really didn't see that. So we're gonna go right up to in between these two signs, and we should be good. And then we're just gonna stop right about there.
There's the ravine we went in. You can't even tell how deep that is. That is deep.
I got a different idea. I got to get it over to the other side because it's too deep over here. So I'm gonna walk it over the bridge.
How much do we have left, Grant? Not very much. It's almost out. Oh golly.
Yep, I see it right here. The good news is it's long enough to reach here. Whew. There we go. Watch and see what happens. Oh! So I'm gonna have to.
Do it again.
Yeah. Trying to work it loose here. So this time I gotta wrap it around it somehow. But
It's not a defect in the bridge.
just go till it lets it all the way out, and I'll drop it back in again. Is that good? I don't know where the hook is the problem. There's a bench in here, so I'm seeing if I could hook it onto that somehow. Okay, Grant, we're gonna try it again. I'll tell you when to stop here in a second. Okay, stop. Okay, keep going. Oh, it's ripping the boat in half, I think. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Whoa! Stop. think we're getting it.
Somebody's missing their boat.
Oh, now it's on.
Or we can find them.
Oh, snake.
Oh my goodness.
It's not a snake, it's like a
Ugh.
fish worm.
Fish worm.
I don't know, mudworm maybe.
Yeah.
Lots of mud.
It was a camo boat.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, look. Look right there. I think.
Oh yeah, like a duck hunting type boat. Yeah, you could put a motor on this thing.
If we unbend it.
Oh yeah, we'll be able to. All right, let's see if that's enough to get it out of here. Let's get away because if it snaps, I don't want it to hit us.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a free boat.
So our pontoon now. Down in the Mississippi.
There we go. Keep going, Grant. It's pretty heavy too. We're almost gonna have to just like drag it on. It's still super heavy with all that mud. Pretty good chance that's gonna break, but hey, we'll see. All right, let's give it a shot.
Wow,
Other
that's,
crayfish?
there might be some more of those.
Yeah, I know.
Any other mucky creatures in here?
Creatures of the muck.
There's a hole we gotta fix.
Where's the hole?
It's on one of the sides,
Oh, yeah, right there.
Next side.
but it's pretty high up and should be able to fix that. There's still some.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you know what that is? Foam. They filled it with like spray foam to help keep it like floating, I think. And we gotta hammer it back straight. And it's pretty rough. I mean, it'd definitely float, but I wouldn't go too far in it. Okay, well, that was fun.
The next morning, we woke to one of the most beautiful sunrises on the farm we had ever seen. It reminded us of God's glory all around and how fortunate we were to be able to raise our family in this beautiful place. We also got one of the biggest scares we've had when we woke up with headaches and carbon monoxide detectors going off. We're thanking God for the working alarms and that we were all okay. Once the dust settled, it was back to work, this time cleaning the planter to get ready for storage until next year.
Okay, so planting season's over. Now it's time to clean this thing because it got pretty dirty. First, we need to empty out all the seed boxes because there's still a decent amount of soybeans, and I guess I can save them for next time. You hold the bag. Make sure it stays open for me. Okay, that's good. Whew. Yeah, she's dirty. We also got to replace these discs because next year we're going to be planting corn. So we got to swap those out after we clean them. What are we going to have, like maybe one bag when we're done?
Yeah.
We got 90 bags. We have one extra and I gave 5 back, so that's 6. So 84 bags is what it took, which is about right because each bag has 140,000 seeds. The goal is to have 150,000 seeds per acre. They call that the population. And I have 80 acres, so I was just over, I don't know what that number is, but it's somewhere between 140 and 150 population, so that's perfect. Good. There we go. All right, so now boys, we're good with that. I need somebody to go get the seed discs, the corn discs that are sitting inside the shed by where I parked the lawnmower. Put these over here for now. Now we need to get the pressure washer. Yes, please, just bring those over because we're gonna put those in. Oh, you're just getting me back. Okay, go ahead. All right, so we're just gonna take the pressure off the closing wheels for the season. Otherwise you're like pulling on that spring the whole time, and I suppose it stretches it out after a while. So I think, there, pop, there we go. This one has probably seen some better days, so maybe we'll have to get a new one by next year, but we'll put it in for now. That's an easy fix, no problem.